Okay, my name is Rick Morro. I'm the founder of Maasai Girls Rescue Center here in Karato, Tanzania. With me today is Hunter Love and Madonna Parker, two volunteers that came from America shortly after graduation. So, young ladies, I appreciate you coming, and I have a few questions for you if you could help us with the volunteer program. First question is, what would you tell someone who's considering volunteering at MGRC to help them prepare for their journey?
I would tell anyone coming to MGRC that it's made me really inspired to do a lot of things, and it makes me happy just knowing that I can put a smile on these girls' faces and show them how many opportunities there are in the world. And yeah, it's pretty much.
I mean, it's nothing like you're gonna expect.
Yeah, it's not.
At all. It's nothing. So just go here with an open mind is what I would tell you. Be ready to experience a lot of new things and a lot of really jaw-dropping things.
And a lot of new food.
a lot of food, a lot of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, great. What would you say was your best experience as a volunteer?
My best experience as a volunteer was knowing how much that these girls have been through, and still knowing how much these girls have been through, and they're still super happy every single day.
Just to make the world happy.
Yeah, they are happier than I would even expect, and I love coming out every single day and them running up to me and giving me hugs. And I like teaching them about school. I like teaching them English and just different things.
No, yeah. I mean, for me, one of the moments that stood out was when they taught me a song. Mm-hmm. So the song goes like, "Y mañana y acabari jananu anida, jananu anida." And we would play it over and over and over and over again until I got it. And that was fun. Just them teaching us songs and then always asking us show us American songs, things like that. It's just really cool.
They admire everything about us, and I don't know, it makes me feel good about myself. So when you come and volunteer, anything that you do and anything that you give them, it just makes yourself feel a lot better, just knowing that you give to all these little girls that have been through a lot.
Great. How do you think the girls themselves benefited from your visit? Or did I just ask that?
When we did English.
Okay, so they benefited when we taught them English and stuff, but a lot of them are super, super smart. All of them are super smart, but something that I think benefited them was showing them affection. They don't really get a lot of affection from
Especially when they're wrong.
Yeah, especially when they're wrong or they do something wrong. Just giving them love, giving them hugs and kisses, and just showing them affection, because they didn't really get a lot of that when they were back at their bomas.
Well, it's also different because they're teaching when they get schooled. If they get something wrong or they do something wrong, they get the little ruler. So when they're scared to answer us, they're scared to answer it wrong.
Yeah.
And so we're kind of showing them, no, it's okay, it's good.
Right.
I think they've benefited from that. Let's just hope they don't go back to school.
Yeah.
But it is good to ask questions. So
Yeah, it is.
for sure.
And sorry. No, when I first came here, they were all super, super shy and super bashful. They would always hide their faces like this, and it's just cool because now at the end of the month they just love me and they tell me about their stories and they play with me and they talk to me and they even make fun of me. They just joke around and they're comfortable with me, and that's something that I thought was really, really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. So how do you think you personally benefited from this experience?
I believe that I personally benefited because I don't know. Yeah, just there's so many things I don't even know.
You have to look at it as a whole picture, because I came here very this is what it's gonna be like, and I came out because we have 3 days left. I came out being okay, this is nothing like I expected.
Yeah.
It's so much. I've learned so much. I've learned the song I just showed you. I've learned their language. I've learned how it is to live here. It's way different. If you think your life is so horrible in America, and people say this all the time, you don't have to be there, but when you're here and you're experiencing it, It's way different.
It
You will
is.
never understand unless you actually soak it up in the actual place. So
Yeah.
Great. What do you say your overall impression of the country, Tanzania?
It surprised me a lot that everyone going through the circumstances that they have is so kind and nice and giving. Like everyone that I've met here in Tanzania has been so nice to me, overly nice. And it's a lot different because I feel like where I came from, a lot of people are selfish, kind of. And it's good to be selfish a little bit, but here they just give a lot and it's nice. I like it here.
I think, it surprised me too. I was very surprised because I wasn't sure what to expect, but when I got here, this wasn't what I expected, if that makes sense. When you're here, like, people will look at you a lot because there's not many white people here.
Yeah.
So you are something to look at, that's for sure. When it comes to, like, the people, though, they all are very outgoing, and they all seem like, they don't really know anything different. They don't know how America is, so everything's fine. Everything's great. This is how they live.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting to see. So.
And I feel like they're comfortable, like, where they are. And I don't know. I know a lot of people from America, if they came here, they would not feel comfortable. But, yeah, like what Hunter said, this is just how they grew up. This is their culture. So, I don't know. It's just cool experiencing any other culture. But I think, like, Africa is one of the best cultures to experience.
Okay. So last question. What would you change or what would you adjust in the volunteer experience? What could we do to improve for future volunteers coming here as MGRC?
Possibly let them participate in the cooking, or seeing how things are done on a daily basis a little more than what we did. We had a schedule, and we stuck to that schedule. If we kind of were more immersed in it, could be actually a little more, learning for us, and also like cool for them to see how we react to these different things. So.
Yeah. I really don't know. I don't have anything. I agree with Hunter, but yeah, I don't have much to say
All right.
about that.
Well, let me just last question is, do you think you'd come back for another visit?
Yes,
Yeah.
I want to come back, and I want to see the girls so bad. Like, I don't want this to be the last time that I
You
ever see
wanted to
them.
stay for a year.
Yeah, and no, actually, because even though I've known them for only a month, they feel like my family. Like, they just feel like my best friends, and it's gonna be really sad when I leave them because I know they don't have phones. Like, they can't communicate. They could use Rick's phone, but it's just
Rick's
I don't know.
not about that one.
Yeah. So I don't know, but yeah, it's gonna be really sad when I leave, and I definitely do want to come back and help out.
Okay.
I've already decided to write letters, and I'm drawing pictures of some of the girls, and they're like, "Where's my picture?" I'm like, "I'll send it to you. So
Yeah.
letters is the way we communicate. But
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Well, thank you. We appreciate your support, and we hope you share your experience with all your friends.
Yes.
yes,
Of course.